My parents were very, very unpleasant people as parents. Now, out in the community, everybody didn't know that they were unpleasant because my father was a doctor and my mother was very attractive. We were in a small Alabama town, and so they had, they dressed correctly. We had the right car, and they went to all the right parties. And everybody at home, my mother was an alcoholic, and my father was a very insecure, unpleasant person who constantly put me down and said I was no good. And I was a smart kid, like in school and stuff, and so he was jealous about that, and he would try to deconstruct that. And my mother was an alcoholic, and she was an Indian from Pembroke, North Carolina, a Lumbee Indian, and she had separated from her family. That's a very violent area. They're very violent people. I know because I am one of them. And she was very violent. She would switch me every day for a long time when I was a child until I screamed, and then switched me more until I made sounds like an animal. I mean, it was that's what my home life was really like. But then out in public, we went to church, we went to, you know, different societal functions, and everybody, we had the Christmas picture. We looked like the perfect family, but really at home, it was a very unpleasant place to live with absolutely no love. My parents did not love each other, and they did not love me. There was absolutely no love in my home. And through 17 years of therapy with a famous psychologist, honestly, I found love with my wife. And so now I know what love is. And so now I'm 100% sure that there was no love in my home because I see the difference. And it was very hard for me. When me and my wife first got together, there came a point when we were out to eat where I said, I can't do this. I can't. And it was because the first night we went out together, I went to the bathroom like 8 times. I was so nervous. And I came back and I said, listen, I'm not addicted to cocaine. I'm just so nervous. And I'd been going on dates all my life, and I was cool as a cucumber because I didn't really care. I wasn't really going for love. It was just the beauty of a woman and the fun of sexuality. But this time, and with this girl, I really meant it, and it scared the mess out of me. And then finally, I had to, at one point, jump off a cliff and believe in love and let it happen. And it did. And that's how I know that there was no love in my home growing up.